Alright, a Tier 8 game in my KV-1s on Sand River. We're the attacking team in assault mode. I've already decided that I'm going to head directly towards E0. I'm actually one of the faster tanks on the team, even though my view range is definitely kind of meh. It's actually a very good location from which to spot. For the inevitable people who like to go chill on the hills around B9 and try to snipe their way, and try to camp their way through the game, which of course is not what you can really do. Well, you can do it to a certain degree in assault, so long as people like me who are willing to sit forward and blow and spot stuff for you. I usually find though this is just an easy way to waste my tank, but it's also a good way of getting up close and personal, so that the fabled inaccuracy of the DT-25 is not too consequential. I've heard the others of the KV-1s with me. I'm like, sweet, we'll have two of us. We can cycle fire, assuming this guy is, at all competent with his tank. You'll realize that by sticking together, we can sort of pop up in one after the other, and people will have a hard time getting past us. Because really, who wants to drive in front of this gun? He's crowding me a bit here, so I decided to roll down into the little gully here to help get some room. We'll let him take the risk of going up there first. Everyone's going to do the smart thing right here. He carefully pokes over, and the scout suddenly pops up, and we both go aim at it. And I flub the shot, and he doesn't. So, well done, man. Well done getting the first blood there. But then he goes charging in the middle of the open field, and I'm there like, well, he's going to strike the ball. Might as well try and do the best I can with it. Hey, look, KV-1s! Yay! First successful shot, and then he manages to take out the scout. Congratulations. But now if you look at it, he's surrounded by multiple enemy heavy tanks, and there he goes. Fortunately, I get a really good shot at the KV-1s. He catches on fire and then burns to death. Both the other KV-1s and the ELC have dropped down there and died, so I decided to pretend I'm going to drive across here. I'm going to try and take him out, but I can see the rest of my team is still catching by. In fact, there only appears to be maybe two tranks trying to camp the hill, so I decided, alright, we'll pop back up and spot things for them. But they're like, hey, maybe we can get a shot at someone without being disintegrated. And aim where I last saw that scout, because if I kill the scout, that'll make this a lot easier, but he's not there. But that IS tank there, and since I wasn't pointing my gun at him, I decided to back away. Dive back into the relative safety of this gully here. And at this point I can see there's another heavy tank moving up to take my spot, so I say, alright. I am going to cross through the gully here to my other preferred attack spot. I'm going to try and force them to engage divergent targets. Which means that, of course, it's also easier for me to pick up, or anyone else for that matter, to pick up good shots on them when their gun is not pointed at them. The steward is actually the first thing, so I'm not going to get any surprise over here, so they definitely know I'm here. So I'm going to pop up. I'm going to see the steward, and I think he's trying to get away. I'm going to try and aim at him, and I'm going to totally flub the shot. For some odd reason, the steward decides this is his cue to come back and try and do some damage. What M5A1 steward thinks it's going to do to a KV-1s, I have no idea. It was nice of him to come closer, so that I could just blow him away. Alright. Excellent. I'm sort of stuck in a bit of a rock and a hard place. I know that there's a big bunch of enemy tanks to my southeast. I know there's an SU-152 to my southwest, and hanging out sort of to my slightly south of west, there's actually a T-69 in the town there. So this is actually a potentially very dangerous spot, but it's also very useful because, once again, I'm going to try and force the defenders in the southeast corner to face multiple directions, which makes it a lot harder for them to concentrate fire and a lot easier for us to catch them when they're not looking. There's moments of dithering. Moments of dithering here. I'm going to roll up and see if I can catch a shot at someone. And right there, I suddenly noticed the T-34. And he's also noticed me, and I'm going to try and get a shot on him here. I gloriously track him, and I'm lucky he shoots me in the only part of my tank that can probably withstand the T-34's gun. Whoa, that close shot right there came from the SU-152, and if you look at the mini-map, you'll see he's headed straight for me. I realized that the only one thing is mine. He's decided that he's going to YOLO in and try and kick my butt. He does have the DPM to do it, so I really need to get this first hit in good. Sweet. Even better, he also shoots me in the front of the turret where I can actually take him. Now I'm actually trying to slide around his side, try and get that gun off me, but he's smart enough to back away. Ah, that really hurt. Just before I'm going to finish him, though, fellow KV-1s blows him away. Excellent! Well, I'm down a little less than half my health, so I really can't afford to get shot again. And, of course, he's partly blocked my way in and out of here. I eventually managed to wiggle my way through, and we're going to go up there and continue trying to find things to shoot at. Oh, hey, maybe shot at the T-69? No, not so much. Alright, T-34 is looking pretty beaten up. He's got his gun, so we're going to try and roll up here and get a shot at him. Maybe? Maybe? Kind of careful, like... no, there's actually 122 over there. He's much more dangerously placed against me. Fortunately, he's also, say, divergent fire. He's looking the other way. Yeah, good hit on him. I'm pretty sure he knows I'm here now. So I'm going to drop back into my hidey hole here while I reload. We're going to wait a little while. Hopefully people get distracted. Alright, I'm loaded, so that means I feel safe coming back up again. Oop, there's that SU-122 again. I can't tell which way he's looking. Oh, someone just clobbered him good. I see him start moving. I realize, oh, if he's moving to the right, that means his gun is pointing to my right, which means I can pop up, try and finish him off before he damages any of my friends on the right anymore. Yep, look at him looking the wrong way. Bam! Get him just before he was probably going to pull the trigger on my friends. Now I look over there. My friends who I was protecting have decided to mob the T-69, which is really actually one of the best ways to deal with the T-69, is just to go in there and just run it over. Because once he empties his clip, if anyone's still alive, they can just tear him to pieces. So tempting to shoot at a 9 health T-69 right now, but no, there's bigger, more juicy targets. With this T-43 and this IS. This IS is actually holding up the whole advance over here. So we are going to try and get a shot on him. I'm lucky I pop up to see him maneuvering, and he's waving his gun around, but he's not carefully aiming, so I'm going to clutch shot right here. Get a beautiful, beautiful shot, and now he's dead. This T-43 is clearly noticed and is now coming over. Hey, he's not loaded. I'm going to try and get this KV DPM, this KV-1s, just like the SU-2 did. Surprise! I have a friend! Panther 2 is going to use his much more afraid of fire gun to keep him busy while I reload and just start popping out whenever the gun's about to load so that I can try and tear holes in them. Like so. And once I'm unloaded, I run away again and let the Panther keep him away. This is a totally cool contest for this T-43. He's higher tier than me, but the Panther's same tier. I have just the gun for this. And there he goes. It's looking really good now. We're up 12-7. They only got 2 frontline tanks. Hellcat is up there. And I'm actually up on 5 kills. I would dearly love to finish off this, actually any of the enemy tanks, just to try and get that top gun. The Hellcat's well hidden, so I'm going to try and get it off of this T-34. Ah, tracks him again. And I'm looking at it going, I need to reload. Come on, give me that top gun. It'd be glorious if I get the T-34 for the top gun. But it's not going to happen. The Hellcat was also just killed. So let's go for the Artie with 2 health. Yeah. If only I noticed he was about to run through this gap right here and realized I had a shot, I might have been able to get him. But instead, someone else is going to finish him to end the match. But still, an excellent game for my KV-1s.